$40 million trucks. Ford has sold 40 million F-Series pickup trucks since they were introduced 75 years ago. While there's been a Ford truck for pretty much everyone, the debate has been going steady since the introduction of the EcoBoost on which engine is actually better. But today, we're not talking about the EcoBoost. I'm Dustin, Dusty.co on Instagram, and in today's video, we're talking about the fire-breathing, flat-plane, crank-having, variable valve goodness that is the Coyote engine to find out, is a 5-liter F-150 really worth it?
Hell yeah.
Let's get it. Now, as we get into this, if this is your first time stopping by and checking out, the old custom offsets videos, then welcome to the channel, man. If you're new to building your truck, then we have the perfect place to start. Be sure to check out this cool thing, we like to call it the gallery, which is home to, no joke, like 100,000 truck builds on all sorts of things, all different wheels and tires and suspension details, and there's trimming notes and if it rubs or not and all that stuff, right? Plus, once you find a setup that you like, you can scoop it up and we'll actually mount it, we'll balance it, and we're gonna ship it to your door for free 99 if you're in the lower 48 states, because we like to make things staples easy. Just press the button. It's that simple. That's that. Let's talk about F-150s. The year is 2009, and Farmville is officially launching for the first time on Facebook. While it's not quite as controversial as your friend not adding you as a friend on Farmville and sending you a stack of hay so you can level up and then you can get like 3 cows instead of 2 things at the old Ford Motor Company, they're getting a little spicy. In 2009, Ford introduced the 12th generation of F-150s, and with it came 2 all-new engine options. One of them was the EcoBoost, a twin-turbo-powered V6 that made 365 horsepower, and of course, the belle of the ball, the star of today's show, if you would, the 5.0-liter Coyote V8. And with this, Ford effectively took an already divided market between Ford versus Chevy, and then split them further down the middle into 2 groups. It's the classic debate. It's EcoBoost versus Coyote. Displacement versus forced induction. It's gone on forever. But what makes the Coyote so damn special? Getting its name from a race car driven by the one and only A.J. Foyt, who you may or may not remember from the iconic GT40 Ford program, the old Le Mans back in the 60s, the Coyote was introduced as the next generation of Ford V8, replacing the 5.4-liter and the 4.6-liter V8s that had previously been adapted in the Mustang and the F-150. This new generation of Ford power plant would come out swinging like a white girl at a Miranda Lambert concert that just don't need no man. It featured a cast aluminum block, twin independent variable valve cam timing, and made 360 horsepower right out of the gate, which is respectable at the time. This variable valve timing would ultimately help the Coyote be so damn good, reducing emissions, improving fuel economy, and of course giving you that power curve when you want it most, which is good because the name of the game at the time was competing with General Motors. At the time of the Coyote's introduction, General Motors was absolutely dominating the domestic muscle car market with their LS2 powered Camaro. General Motors was straight up just mopping the floor with the old Ford Motor Company. Ford knew that if they wanted to be competitive, this new generation of engine had to be an absolute banger, and banger it was. Americans at the time had become accustomed to big, torquey, fire-breathing V8s, so the launch of the F-150 was instantly a success with the Coyote. Plus, in case you've never heard one of these things, right, with an exhaust on them, allow me to just grace your eardrums for just a moment.
Oh, that's nice.
See?
Fun fact though, did you know that the EcoBoost is actually rated to tow more than the 5.0s are? That's right, in 2011, the 5.0-liter V8 was rated for a maximum towing capacity of 9,100 pounds, whereas the twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 was rated for a maximum towing capacity of over 11,000 pounds. That's quite literally a ton more weight than the 5 liters rated for, which surprises most people. If horsepower is more your game though, then no worries. Shelby offers a from the dealer complete package 5-liter powered Shelby F-150 that absolutely shreds. Upfitted with a Shelby supercharger and straight down to party. These trucks are just fucking gnarly. Literally everything on these trucks is engineered, from the carbon fiber intake to the Shelby branded Borla exhaust tips. They touch everything on these things. They look nasty, and better yet, they do some gnarly burnouts. They're awesome. If street trucks are your thing, these are for you. Ever heard of crash bars? If you're not familiar with them and you have an F-150, then you're gonna wanna listen up. If you want bigger wheels and tires on your F-150, regardless if you have an EcoBoost or a 5-liter, then chances are you may run into some rubbing issues on the crash bars. These crash bars, if you're not familiar, sit inside of your fender well and are made to, and I quote, reduce significant risk of injury to person's right leg due some intrusion into the cabin in the event of a crash. Well, legally, we can't tell you what to do. One, because we're not your dad. Two, because we're not a lawyer. There have been several cases of folks who have maybe modified their crash bars to alleviate rubbing and scrubbing from a bigger wheel and tire setup. Again, that's just what we heard though from a friend. At the end of the day, what makes the 5-liter Coyote V8 trucks so damn appealing is that they're just simple. They're simple by design. Well, sure, the EcoBoost does have a higher tow rating. The Coyote is just a simple American V8. There's no turbos to go out, no oil feed lines to break and piss out all your oil, and no intercooler boots to pop off when you're towing a trailer through the mountains. It's easy to see why Ford continues to keep this engine around even still to this day. Would you drive a 5-liter F-150, or are you more of an EcoBoost guy? Let us know down in the comments section below. And of course, you guys already know, if you need wheels and tires for your truck, be that an F-150 or really anything else, check us out, customoffsets.com.